Today we are going to discuss on very important topic, that is homogenization of milk. It is the process you have heard in many times when we go to the market and when we consume any type of product of dairy product. You will generally see that particularly in case of ice cream, you can see any of the product. This is one of the process after pasteurization. This is one of the process that is generally applied to most of the dairy product. So today we will discuss about the what is homogenization, what is the objective of the homogenization, what is different theories exist of the homogenization, and what are the demerit, advantage and disadvantage of the homogenization, and what are the different role of homogenization and how the homogenization principle work, particularly in case of milk. So these are the topics we are going to discuss. But first of all, we have to know about the history. This is the actually invented by the French scientist now named Gaulin in 1899, and from that time they are actually came into the picture. So homogenization is the process by which we are actually we can actually make a uniform distribution of fat within the milk system, preferably less than the 2 micron. So this is actually we know that the fat exists in different size, they may exist maybe less than 2 micron to up to 16 micron, 14 micron, 6 micron. Suppose cow milk, the fat global size is lower. When the buffalo milk, then the fat global size will be higher. So to make the uniform size distribution within the milk system, this is the process is generally applied to make the milk in such a way that there is a uniform distribution of fat globules of the milk. So when we see the definition of the homogenization, so first of all, we can say that according to the United States Public Service Commission, United States Public Health Service, homogenized milk is the milk which has been treated in such a manner to ensure breakup of the fat globule to such an extent that after 48 hour quiescent storage, no visible cream separation occurs on the milk, and the fat percentage of the milk in the top 100 ml of milk in a bottle does not differ more than 10% of itself from the fat percentage of the remaining milk as determined after thorough mixing. So here with the common definition of homogenization, we can understand here that the milk, after applying the homogenization pressure or homogenization process, we can see that when we make a difference, suppose you have to measure 100 ml of milk, or when you keep the milk for some times without undisturbance, after 48 hours, after 2 days, when we left the milk for 48 hours, you can find that we can take 100 ml of milk of top layer, and bottom layer also you can also take a milk of 100 ml, and you can subtract them and divide them with the bottom percentage of the fat, multiply by 100, that gives you the so when the difference is not more than 10%, then we can say that milk is homogenized. So in the homogenization, the fat globules, here you can see that different size of fat globule exist in the milk, and that are actually converted into a smaller size fat globule size less than 2 micron. Not only in the 2 micron, but the uniform distribution of fat is take place. And how it works now comes into the what are the process requirement. What is the requirement for the homogenization? Suppose milk is collected from the different dairy, and after permission from the platform test, the milk is go for further processing, like clarification or pasteurization. But when we prepare different type of dairy product, even you prepare flavor milk or soft ice cream, or even whole milk powder or anything, you have to apply homogenization. So what are the preconditions for the homogenization? It is very essential to understand you that what are the preconditions. So you can understand that your fat is actually exist in different fat exist in saturated fat, unsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat. They exist in different forms, and all the fat globules have different melting and boiling point. So in some of cases we can see here that the most of the fat are actually exist in fat melting point of the fat above 33 degrees centigrade. When the fat in liquid state, so here their precondition is that fat must be in the liquid state for breaking the fat into a smaller size. That is why, to make sure that all the fat globules, all the fat present in the milk in the liquid form, that is why milk is heated to 55 degrees centigrade or above. And one of the reason for choosing the 55% of milk is also that lipase is actually enzymes which actually acts on the fat and leads to the rancid flavor in the milk. So to inactivate the lipase also, and they are actually completely inactivate above the temperature of 49 to 50 degrees centigrade. So that is why the temperature of homogenization must be more than 55 degrees centigrade. That is generally in dairy we are keeping 60-65 degrees centigrade for the homogenization. Number one condition is that is temperature. The temperature should be for homogenization must be of 60 to 65 degree centigrade. Another one is that pressure of homogenization. Pressure of homogenization means different pressure are actually required depending upon what type of product you are going to manufacture. Suppose you are prepare flavor milk, then the pressure is generally 200 to 2000 to 2500 psi, or you can say that 25 megapascal may be sufficient for the proper homogenization. But in some case, when the fat percentage in milk more than 6%, you have already studied the different type of milk. When the full cream milk exists, that means the fat percentage is more than 6%. When the fat percentage is more than 6%, then generally two-stage homogenization is necessary so that we can prevent fat clumping. In the first stage of homogenization, when we providing the pressure 2000 to 2500 psi, then the fat globule may be converted into less than 2 micron, no doubt, but at the same time they are agglomerate. They are make a system and agglomerate in such a way that they require relatively less pressure to break down into the simpler, smaller size. That is why in higher content of fat of the product, we are generally recommending to prevent fat clumping. We are recommending 500 psi temperature in the 500 psi in homogenization pressure in the second stage. So second stage homogenization pressure we are maintaining here. So we can see here that after that we are actually getting the product. So here we can see that this is the homogenizer and these are the different parts of homogenizer. You can say that, you can see here that main drive motor. Just what is homogenizer? Homogenizer is a high pressure pump. Actually basically high pressure pump है with homogenization device. That is only a homogenization valve होता है. You can see here that two stage homogenization में number 6 point is that first stage homogenization and this one is second stage homogenization. Or these are the piston, they are actually creating pressure on the fat, on the milk, and they are in the first stage the milk is actually converted into lesser size, but there may be chances of clumping of fat. So to prevent the clumping in the system, milk system, we are again recommending the 500 psi pressure so that we can get the uniform distribution of fat without clumping. So these are the second device, second stage pressure. Or here you can see that these are the pistons. These are the pistons which is actually inbuilt in the homogenizer. So we can actually get the homogenized milk after applying this process. In the second stage, here we can also see that in homogenization, I have already told you that in high product, suppose the fat percentage is less, then the first stage homogenization pressure is enough. And similarly, in the second stage, when we apply the second stage disruption of fat globule and second stage homogenization, we can see here that there is a formation of clumps at different locations within the milk system. So when we apply the second stage homogenization, this is the second stage homogenization. So we can find that there is a uniform distribution of fat within the milk system. When we apply, this is the single stage homogenization, where there may be chances of some clumping of fat. Fat may take place. So to remove this clumping of fat, we are applied for second stage homogenization. Now comes into the effect of homogenization. What is the different effects? So we have already told you that smaller fat globule leading to less creamline formation. When we homogenize the milk, then we can find that there is the creamline formation on the upper layer of the milk. When we keep the milk for some time, generally when unhomogenized milk, and after some time fat is actually appear in terms of cream by formation of cream on the upper surface of the milk. But when we homogenize the milk, then the creamline formation is missing, that is relatively less. When we homogenize the milk, they are whiter and more appetizing in color. So milk become more white and more appetizing in color. When we homogenize the milk, I have already told you that one of the objective of homogenization is that to inactivate of lipase enzymes. When we maintaining the temperature of homogenization more than 60 degrees centigrade or above 55 degrees centigrade, the lipase is actually completely inactive. So when we apply the homogenization, there may be less chances of oxidative rancidity in the product, any dairy product. So it reduces the sensitivity to fat oxidation. So we can protect the milk or milk product with the oxidation or oxidized. Or we can also see that when we consume the milk, we can feel better mouthfeel. The palatability of the milk is more better due to the richness flavor richness flavor of fat in the milk. So you can here see that in Ashirwad, which is ICT, they are promoting in their advertisement that, है ना, क्या कहता है उसमें कि दूध की मलाई दूध में ही, है ना, उसका मतलब क्या है कि they are selling the milk, हाँ, after homogenization. So दूध की मलाई दूध में ही, है ना, but other dairy, they are actually like other dairy, they are actually not actually homogenize the milk into the market because it adds to the cost. I will come later on what are the demerits of the homogenization also. So here we can see that better mouthfeel we can observe and better suitability of the cultural milk products, है ना. तो कल्चरल मिल्क प्रोडक्ट में क्या होता है, बिकॉज दैट when we applied homogenization, then there is a soft curd formation in the curd. That is why that is recommended for baby food. Homogenization is recommended for baby food also. But what we can see, so we can list what are the merit of the post homogenization. That is, there is no formation of cream layer in the milk. Number 2, fat in the milk does not churn due to rough handling or excessive agitation. So when we handle the milk, there may be chances of churning of fat. So after homogenization, we can actually prevent the churning of fat. Number 3, and better adapted for milk dispensing. Number 4, more palatability, better mouth feel, or because of richer flavor of fat. Number 5, they makes a soft curd which is better suited, which is easily digestible. When we homogenize the milk, then the milk become more easily digested because fat is already in the simpler form, and that is why the infant feeding, when we preparation of infant feeding, we are actually homogenizing the milk. So less, और सबसे बड़ा बात क्या है, less chances of oxidized flavor development. So these are the merit or advantage of the homogenization. What are the disadvantages? Number 1, they are actually add to the cost of production, and here we can see that somewhat increased sensitivity to light, है ना. So there may be chances of sunlight flavor in the milk. There may be chances of sunlight flavor in the cheese, or this might be less suitable for production of semi-hard or hard cheese, है ना, because the coagulum may be too soft and, है ना, too dewatered. मतलब कहने का मतलब है कि when we applied the homogenization or we use the milk for preparation of cheese, because softer curd is already formed, so the cheese prepared with that milk is not suitable, particularly for semi-hard like Gouda cheese or hard variety like cheddar cheese. So these are actually these are the disadvantages of advantage of homogenization. And other one is that there may be greater tendency of milk seepage through bottle cup. That is also reported by the different person. And homogenization actually takes in 10 to 15 microseconds, है ना. Or here we can see you that the distance between the seat and the force relatively 0.1 mm or 100 times the size of the globules in the homogenizement. Or what is the velocity of the liquid? The liquid velocity is 100 to 400 meter per second in the narrow angular gap, and the higher the homogenization pressure, higher will be the speed. So we can see the diagram of the homogenization, different stage of first stage forcer, है ना. Number 2, second stage forcer, first stage हो गया, first stage forcer, second stage forcer. Number 3 is seat, and 4th is gap, and 5th is है ना hydraulic actuator, है ना. So these are the different parts. Here we can see that here we can see the size of the milk fat globules. है ना? When we homogenize the milk, there are some things how you can measure the fat for that the milk is homogenized. I have already told you one of the method, but later on I will discuss in detail. So when the non-homogenized milk, you can see here that the number of globules here seem you can see one. And but when we homogenize the milk fat milk within the system, and then it may be 60. And when we apply only 500 nanometer, that is bar, they are actually 60,000 more than the more in the system. Similarly, we can see here the homogenized milk. Here you can see homogenization. There is a linkage. There is a more number of fat globules in the milk. What is the specific purpose? Why homogenization is actually done? And I already told you. Suppose you prepare market milk by using homogenization, they will definitely add to the cost of production, but at the same time that milk is making a soft curd and easily digested. And when we apply homogenization, the milk becomes whiter and they are more palatable, more preferred by the consumers. So taste is also improved and creaming of fat is provided in the system, or during the transportation there is no churning of fat. Suppose unhomogenized milk you can transport, there may be churning of the fat. That is why in market milk especially, this is the purpose of homogenization. But most of the dairy are not doing because they add to the production of the cost. Or one of the major disadvantage of homogenized milk is that when any fatty person are actually consuming the milk, because they due to the definitely better taste, they are consuming more, so fat will be more take up by the consumer. Or when we prepare the coffee, cream, evaporated milk, or by which when we homogenize the milk, we can definitely, when we homogenize the milk, we can definitely prepare evaporated milk without so we can check one of the defect. There are some defects we can later teach you in the condensed and dried milk. So improved whitening of in the powder. Whitening of the powder is only due to the homogenization. Or even in cheese milk enhances the biochemical fat degradation, especially in mold ripened cheese. So homogenization is also recommended in some variety of cheese, particularly raw mold ripened cheese like Roquefort cheese. So Roquefort cheese, they are actually in this process. Scientists have recommended for homogenization. So this is the required for the some of the dairy product, particularly dairy whitener. For preparation of coffee and tea, then preparation of acidified dairy product. That means fermented dairy products. So for improvement in consistency and taste and more stable gel and reduce waste analysis, we can find that better acceptance among the consumers. When we prepare suppose simply we can prepare the dahi without homogenizing the milk, we can find that there is a separation of whey with the solid particles. That is but when we homogenize the milk, or you prepare the dahi with the homogenized milk, we will get the firm consistency and more stable gel. And you can find there is a reduced waste analysis. Whey का formation जो होगा वो बहुत ही कम होगा, और we can improve the taste. So this way, this is very helpful for maintaining the quality of the product. Similarly, mixed beverages. There are so many beverages available in the market. So in case of suppose flavor milk, so for preparation of flavor milk, we can also advocate pasteurization along with homogenization of milk. So there is a uniform distribution of fat also, or not only improve the fat, but they are also stabilizing the good distribution of stabilizer in the system. So this way, and you can already know that ice cream mix, and for preparation of ice cream, and homogenization is necessary so that we can get the best product. So when we consume the unbranded ice cream, so generally they are not homogenize the milk. So we can definitely check the flavor wise or texture wise what is the difference. But homogenization definitely add to the cost of our production. So the any branded dairy they require and required homogenization, and by applying homogenization you can definitely get a better ice cream. So in the preparation of ice cream and different milk beverages, fermented dairy product, even some variety of cheese, coffee, evaporated milk, and market milk. So these are the different product where this is recommended. Now comes into the what are the factor that actually affect homogenization. हमने बताया था कि temperature of homogenization. I have already discussed that because lipase enzyme inactivated by preheating to a temperature 60 degree or above. So when we not maintaining the temperature, definitely we cannot able to eliminate the lipase activity. So number 2 is when we apply two-stage homogenization, when the percentage of fat is more than 6%. Similarly, different stages of homogenization pressure. I have already told you that in first stage we are keeping the pressure 200 psi, and in second stage that is 500 psi. When we convert into bar, that is 35 bar, and in first stage 140 bars. And we are actually applying the pressure, but there is no need of second stage pressure when the fat percentage is less than 6%. How we can measure the efficiency of homogenization? I have already told you that how you measure the efficiency of pasteurization. Definitely, we can able to homogenize. We can check the. We can go for phosphatase test, and after assessing the phosphatase test, we can see that milk is pasteurized or not pasteurized. So here we can also check the degree of homogenization or efficiency of homogenization. So degree of homogenization is actually defined as ratio of the volume of fat within the fat globule diameter less than 0.2 micron to the total fat content of milk or cream. That means what is degree of homogenization? Degree of homogenization may be defined as ratio of the volume of fat with fat globule diameter of less than 0.2 micron to the total fat content of the milk or cream. Simple. The value of 0.27 micron is actually based on the fact that fat globule with a smaller diameter do not form clumps because they are break up again due to the Brownian movement. And one of the best accepted method of measuring the efficiency of homogenization is Farrell index. Farrell index is what is Farrell index? Farrell index is actually determining the homogenization efficiency. है ना, milk is proper homogenized हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है, तो उसको check करने के लिए क्या है? That is the Farrell index, which is widely accepted microscopic method, where we can just measure the size of the fat globule. The index may be defined as number of size globule having less than 2 micron in diameter. The efficiency of homogenization is apparently based on number of fat globules larger than 2 micron as measured under previous condition. So this way we can actually able to check the milk. Even homogenization is actually recommended for the UST treatment of milk. I will tell you in the UST when we teaching you UST milk. So here we can see that what are the factors that actually affect the fat globule size. We have already discussed that homogenization pressure is one of the what is the different stages when we not provide the pressure required. What I have told you that the first stage is 200 psi or 140 bar or 35 bar or 500 bar in second stage. Stages of homogenization, definitely when the milk fat percentage of milk is more than 6%, more than 6%, then we can go for second stage of homogenization, but even first stage is enough. Similarly, fat content ratio of amount of surfactant is very 14 to the amount of fat.